We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Okay, everyone. The latest and the greatest is that I am personally no longer on a 100% raw food diet. It's all over the net. And the reason why that this is taking place is because 10 days ago in a video, I talked about how I eat black gelatinized maca, which is not a 100% raw food product. So therefore, I'm not a 100% raw food eater. Raw foodists are crazy. It's like we have some sort of screw loose in our brains or something. I don't know what's going on there. But real quickly, my diet is so clean from eating 100% raw and very small quantities of food every single day that if I were to eat this amount of coconut chips, which is a raw dehydrated product with spirulina and Himalayan salt on it and lime juice, that if I were to eat this right now, I would have a runny nose throughout the day. It's not something I'm bragging about, it's just a repercussion of being so clean. Now, when I take black gelatinized maca, a teaspoon worth, it has no adverse effect on my body. So therefore, if I were to grind down a teaspoon of raw dehydrated coconut chips and eat that, it's gonna have more hard of an impact on my body versus if I were to take a teaspoon of black gelatinized maca. So therefore, it shows me that this raw product is more damaging to the human body versus taking black gelatinized maca, which is not a raw product. It's like the last thing I just went through with all these raw foodists lately is I was always saying that we want to eat a whole foods diet to avoid pharmaceutical drugs, to avoid ending up in an old age home with walkers and canes and becoming senile. It's key to eat a whole foods diet void of processed foods. We don't want to eat processed foods. So this maca powder and all the other superfoods on the planet are processed because they are ground down and put in a plastic bag. Now, I talked about this in a video just a little bit ago. Okay, forget the void of processed foods aspect. We're talking about what's damaging. If anything is damaging beyond that, then we're at risk at pharmaceutical drugs and everything like that. Anything that's damaging this way, forget the processed foods terminology. For example, the mung bean pasta we sell is supposedly processed because it's put into pasta, it's ground down and stuff like that when you're taking the one ingredient of mung beans and water, two ingredients. And it's actually very low impacting and not damaging to the human body. So, but it's a processed food. And you see where I'm going with this? So it's about how damaging is something to your body. It works with the same thing with the whole entire raw foods thing. And black gelatinized maca, you're darn right I'm gonna take a product that from clinical studies, which I've showed in another video, has the potential to improve our learning and thinking and memory. And it has also been proven to have the potential to increase daily sperm production. Now, to me, this is extremely valuable, and for many various reasons. Number one is our semen is composed of 20% cerebrospinal fluid, is the most valuable substance in the human body. In fact, our eyes and our brain and our spine bathe in this valuable fluid. So maybe there's a possibility that since black gelatinized maca helps with our memory, brain, and thinking, along with increasing daily sperm count, which has 20% of this, I mean, there's nothing proven on this or anything, but I come to the conclusion that possibly that this is increasing the life force in my body like you wouldn't believe. Now, cerebral spinal fluid has more life force, has more trace elements, and is more vital than any other substance in the body. In fact, just to show you, if you're to take like 10 milliliters of cerebral spinal fluid, which is just a small fraction of an ounce, you would need 2,000 pounds of alfalfa, like to juice it, to get the same amount of trace elements in there. That's a ton of alfalfa. And alfalfa is one of the richest plants in trace elements. So here we are with black gelatinized maca, which is not raw, because it's not raw and it's gelatinized, the starch is taken out, so where it's even easier to digest, Additionally, it has more secondary metabolites, which are the chemical compounds that generate the benefits from the clinical study. So you're getting more of them teaspoon for teaspoon, and it's said to make it more bioavailable. So you are darn right that if I could find something that is possibly does half of what I think it does, then I'm going to take it, whether it's in its raw state or not. This whole entire you're raw, not raw, that's like so 80s. It's like crazy. I'm like one of the cleanest men on the planet, guaranteed. This right here is more damaging to this teaspoon for teaspoon. It's crazy. And this is Mad Monarch. 100% raw. One of the cleanest men on the planet due to how psycho I am for eating very small amounts of 100% raw foods. And we'll see you next time at the Raw Food World.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.